All right, guys, so this is the all-new Sage Enforcer fly reel, okay? This is going to be their new flagship saltwater reel, and this is going to be taking the place of the Spectrum family of reels, okay? So one of the very first things that Sage has talked about with this Enforcer reel is that it has 50% more max drag than the Spectrum family does, okay? So they've made some other upgrades, but that's one of the biggest things, okay? That is the first feature listed on the write-up about this reel. And I will say the drag does feel pretty robust. So since we're on the drag, let's talk about the drag knob. So one of the things I do really like about Sage reels is the size of the drag knob, okay? It's a big, oversized drag knob, what you'd expect to find in a reel that was maybe much bigger in size. Except this is the 8 weight and they still have the big size on it. So this reel is going to be available in a 7/8, a 9/10, and an 11/12, and this is the 7/8 size, okay? And the drag knob on it is, I don't know if you can pick that up, but it's numbered, okay? And what do the numbers mean? Well, I don't know exactly what it means, but I do know that number 1 means no drag, and I do know that number 20 means 8 pounds of drag. Okay, so you can do the math at what each click does, but it has 8 pounds of max drag on this 8 weight reel, which is plenty of drag. Now, I will tell you the drag, even when you lock it down, one of the really nice things is it doesn't get harder to turn the drag knob. As you get more drag on it, it stays just as easy, which is a really nice thing. It doesn't feel like it tightens on the spin. And when you do like spin it when it's in full drag, yeah, it feels about like 8-9 pounds of drag, but it is extremely smooth, okay? It doesn't feel like there's any rubbing that's going on. It doesn't feel like there's any sticking that's happening. It does feel like a really nice drag on this reel, okay? And I really like that. Numbers for me aren't super important. Some people really like the numbers to be able to look down and know, like, hey, number 14 is 5 pounds of pressure, so that's where I like to fish for, snook, or that's where I like to fish for bonefish. Well, then at least you know exactly kind of where you're at. For me, I've never used a number system, so not super important to me, but something that's cool. Another feature of this reel is that they have rounded off the edges on the inside of the reel seat. Okay, why is that important? Well, so many of us like to wrap our leaders around the inside of our reel foot when we're storing the reel, and sharp edges can cause some fray on the reel or on the leader, and then you pull it out and you run your hand over the leader and you feel that it has some chafe to it, and a lot of that can be because of the reel foot. So what they've done is they've just rounded the edges out so you can wrap your leader around the reel foot, not worry about it. Or if a fish is making a run, that initial run, and lines flying everywhere and it's chaos because you just hooked a really big fast fish and the line gets wrapped around the reel foot, yeah, it's still probably going to break, but it's probably going to break a little bit slower. It won't break as fast as it does as it would if these were sharp. So that's another thing. Quick release spool system. So this comes in 3 different colors. This is the it's like a deep blue with like a slate gray spool on it that matches, and you can get the matching frame and then the different color spool. But quick release spool, fully sealed. They call it SCS drag, full sealed carbon drag system in here. And I must say that's probably one of the things that I'm most excited about. Okay, it has bigger drag discs in here. You can see the footprint of this drag is big. So what that's going to help with is it's just going to make the drag smoother. It's going to help with more dispersion and basically dispersion of heat, and basically it's just going to make for an all-around smoother drag system, especially when you have that drag locked down. Sage calls this an oversized round handle. I think it's a normal size round handle, but a normal size oversized round handle. I do like the narrow shape. Again, that's something that's becoming more and more popular in reels, even on the smaller size of saltwater. And all in all, it feels very durable. It's not the lightest reel on the market, okay? So in the hand, it feels very similar to something like a Tibor Everglades or a reel that might even be on the little bit heavier side of an 8-weight. My biggest complaint with this reel, okay? When I heard that Sage was coming out with a new flagship saltwater reel, I was really excited, okay? I've never really used Sage reels, but I was really excited to see this, and then when I saw it, I was a little bit let down because it does just kind of look like another Sage reel. If you weren't really looking for it, you could see this sitting in the reel case and think it was just a different color spectrum. And, you know, the spectrum isn't, for me, the craziest, sexiest looking reel, but a lot of people aren't looking for that, and they don't care about that. So in terms of just strict performance, well, we're going to go fish it and we're going to find out, but it does feel like I could drop it and it would be fine. It doesn't feel dainty by any means. It definitely feels like a reel that can hold up to really anything that lightweight saltwater environment would throw at it. And with the bigger size, the 11-12, having 17 pounds of drag, it's going to be plenty of drag and plenty of size and line pickup for the tarpon angler as well. So that's it, guys. Let us know what you think about the new Sage Enforcer. Are you a fan of Sage products? Should Sage just keep making rods and stop worrying about reels? I don't know. Let us know what you think, but like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see one, come in and check out the new Sage Enforcer here at Tailwater Outfitters.